How much weight should a puppy gain per week? In this Vet Minute, Revival's Director of Veterinary Services, Dr. Marty Greer, is talking about puppy weight gain, and she'll be sharing a simple formula to help determine proper weight gain. Dr. Greer?
Yes, there's a really important bit of information here on weight gain. We used to say that puppies could lose up to 10% of their body weight in the first few days and still be safe. We now know that if they exceed more than 4% of their body weight, it does put them at increased risk. So we want to make sure puppies don't lose too much and start gaining pretty rapidly after birth. A typical puppy should gain 1 to 2 grams per day per pound of anticipated adult body weight using the parent's body weight to calculate that.
Okay, and you mentioned for the final body weight to kind of use the parents as a guideline for how much the puppy is expected to weigh as an adult.
That's correct. So a female puppy may weigh more what her mom weighs. A male puppy may weigh more than dad, or about what dad would weigh. So that kind of gives you some idea of what you should be using as a calculation.
That is very helpful. Now, what about weighing a puppy? What are your tips for getting the most accurate weight on a newborn puppy?
Some people like to weigh before, some people weigh after eating. If you want to weigh both times, you can make sure that the puppy's actually gotten in what they should have during either nursing or feeding with a bottle. So weighing twice at that time will work. It's really important to use a digital scale with a stable platform on it so that the puppy has a good solid weight. I like the scales that measure both in grams and ounces. You'll see smaller changes in grams than you will in ounces, either on the upside or the downside. So a digital scale will really be helpful if you can toggle back and forth between grams and ounces. The other thing I'll do is I'll monitor urine color, and that's going to help us both to know if the puppy's well hydrated and if it's well fed. A dark colored urine tells us that the puppy's dehydrated. A light colored urine tells us that the puppy's getting adequate amounts of fluid. And then I really emphasize that you record the weight, the rectal temperature, and the urine color of puppies at least twice a day while you're monitoring their early first few days.
Okay, so we've talked about the formula. We've talked about how to weigh the puppy. Now you've done those things. What if you determine that your puppy is underweight or overweight? What should you do in those situations?
Sure. An underweight puppy, you want to make sure that they increase their intake. So you can bottle feed if the puppy's effectively nursing. If it's not effectively nursing, you can use tube feeding. Either way, you can use the Breeder's Edge Foster Care formula as the formula to feed. And then giving mom, the mother of the puppies, the Breeder's Edge Oxymama will also help to improve her lactation, and making sure she spends enough time in the box, making sure she gets enough to eat and drink herself. Those are all really important keys and good weight gain for your puppy. If a puppy is overweight, you want to make sure that they're on good footing so that we reduce any chances of orthopedic problems. And you may need to limit the amount of time that they're nursing, either by limiting mom's time in the box or by covering her with a t-shirt or some kind of a bathing suit so that she can be with the puppies and show mothering behavior without actually feeding the puppies every time that she's in the box.
Hi, if you're watching on YouTube, consider subscribing to the Revival Animal Health YouTube channel. If you have a pet health question, call our pet care pros at this number. And don't miss our other pet health videos.